Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a really long time since I made a video. I've been so busy. I know my last video was a makeup tutorial. I got married on August 18th and we were gone for a week for the honeymoon and school has started and everything. So I've been like super crazy, but I did make some new purchases. So I'm really excited to try these out. I bought two. Now, if you're living under a rock and you don't follow makeup, you might not be aware that MorpheXJaclynHill came out with their eyeshadow collaboration. There's been a lot of drama surrounding this palette. I'm not going to do swatches on these because there's so many videos. You can watch Jaclyn's original video where she spoke about the palettes, but basically they sent out PR. They were performing not very well, so they stopped the production date, postponed it, and now they have been released. So there's been a lot of drama with these palettes. Some people are saying they're still not good, some like them, I don't know. So anyway, I bought two of them. I didn't buy the whole vault because the two other ones were too warm based for me, and I feel like that's been such a trend lately. I just had so many of those palettes, so I wasn't gonna buy them. So I actually got Dark Magic and Bling Boss. So these are the two here. Bling Boss is the more purpley one. Now I have not swatched these. I got them and then I didn't touch them. I want my reactions on camera to actually be initial. I haven't touched these yet. Let's see what we think. So I really like the purples in here. These shimmers look very nice. They look beautiful in the palette and we'll see how they perform. I think I'm gonna do one look today and then I'll film another look the other day with the other palette and we'll see how that one performs. So this is the green one and this one is called Dark Magic. So that is the green palette, guys. I'm wearing white and black today, so maybe I'll do the green one and I'll do like a green smoky eye or something like that. Now this one only has, this one has 3 shimmers and the rest are all matte. So guys, that's that. Now, also she just came out with the brush collection. So I actually bought the biggest one, which is the Master Collection. It has 24 brushes in it. I have to say, I love, love, love this box. It's so sturdy. It feels like it cost like a good amount of money. It doesn't feel cheap or flimsy or anything like that. And for these being $15 palettes, these are nice too. I have to say she did a really great job on the packaging. So I really like the packaging on these. Now this one, I already took them out of plastic, but you open it up like this. Oops, I wanted to fall out. And all of your brushes are in there. Now they come all in plastic. Again, if you want to see an in-depth video on this, just go to Jaclyn's channel and she did a whole video dedicated to her brushes. So there are so many brushes in here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take out all of the blending brushes because I'm going to start with the eyes. Basically, all of these you can use for eyes. There's so many of them. You've got pencil brushes, you've got a flat definer brush, various blending brushes of different sizes. Obviously I have no makeup on, guys. So anyway, I'm gonna set those to the side. So like I said, I'm thinking we do Dark Magic maybe. Now, I put my Too Faced Shadow Insurance all over my lid. Let me zoom you guys in. And there's nothing on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the matte shade Poof in here and I'm gonna use that to set my eyelids, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take the biggest blending brush it looks like that's in here, and it's the JH30. It's this big fluffy blending brush. So let's step into this. Like I said, I haven't touched these at all. There's not really any fallout, guys, so that's nice. I'm gonna take this shade as I'm applying it. The brush feels nice. And this shadow feels nice as well, guys. Doesn't feel bad. They both feel nice. Now, I really like JaclynHill. I've always enjoyed watching her videos. So I'm going into this with an open mind. I know there's been tons of negative reviews, but we're gonna go ahead and use these, and then at the end of the video, I'll give you like my final thoughts on how I thought they performed. All right, so I've got that light shade down on my lid. So I know in Jaclyn's video she went in with Potion, but I just don't like this color. It's not my favorite color. Let's go ahead and swatch that one quick. I'm actually gonna go in with, I think, the more brown color to use as a transition. So I'm gonna swirl into Potion. And let's see. It always wants to focus on my face, guys. That's not bad in my opinion. Now, I know when she did her swatches, people were commenting like, oh, you ran your finger back and forth. That's how I do my swatches too, guys. Who smears their finger in an eyeshadow and goes, boop, puts it on their lid, and they're like, great, it came out perfect, it looks great. No one does their makeup like that. I'm not gonna take a swatch and do a one finger swatch and be like, oh my God, it looks horrible. Yeah, maybe it does, but you're not gonna apply it to your eyes like that. You're gonna blend it out. And as I blended this out, guys, and I think it looks fine. And I know a lot of people are having issues with this shade, but you can see right there, I think that blended fine. But like I said, I'm still not using it because I don't really like that color and I don't really want puke green on my eyes. So let's try the brown one instead. I'm gonna go in with that big brush again. Clean it off. So that color is called Shh, and let's go and put that into our crease. I'm making sure I get a decent amount on it. I'm gonna tap off a little bit and let's see what happens, guys. Oh my God, I'm gonna try not to have my mouth open too much, guys, making really stupid faces, but you know. That's the initial application of this. I'm gonna go in with it again to build it up. This brush, like I said, it feels really nice on the face. All right, as you can see, I'm not gonna edit at all. Now, I didn't put makeup on purposely because I like to be as messy as I wanna be, and then I will take a cloth and clean that up. So any eyeshadow you might see down here, disregard that because I'm gonna clean that up at the end. But this is the initial blend, guys. I think it looks fine. It doesn't look like it skipped anywhere. It doesn't look like it's patchy. I'm gonna go in with another application of it. And I'm just blending, 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 blending. Again, any ugliness I'm gonna clean up, but I don't think that looks bad. So, I don't think that's bad, guys. Let me zoom in back in a little bit. All right, so far I have no complaints with this. I'm gonna use this like I do any other palette. I'm gonna take my time blending. I'm gonna go in one more time. My only complaint, and I think some people who aren't experienced who buy these palettes might have issues blending, because if you take a look, guys, the only two lighter shades, well, that one doesn't really show up. It's more for like setting. You've got these two right here, this one and this one. The rest of the shades are all dark. Do you see that? So for an inexperienced user, if you're going in with any of those other four mattes down at the bottom, that's gonna be hard to blend out if you're not putting anything down first. So here I am again, building this up again, guys, because those colors are so dark. And if I'm using I wanna do a tutorial just with this palette. So I'm going to build this color up if I know I don't have any other browns or oranges or anything in there. Now, if I bought all four, I probably could have gotten some colors out of the other ones to show you guys, but I didn't. So anyway. All right, so we use this big brush. We blended that color all in this transition between the crease and the lid. Take your time blending, guys. All right, so I've got that down. Now, then I'm gonna take Mojo, this color right here. How would I describe that? It looks like a dark plum almost. So I'm gonna go ahead, this one, I'm gonna lean more towards this bluish color, I think, as like my lid color. So this is the JH33. It's like a blending brush like that. And I'm gonna go in with Mojo, like I said. Get some on my brush. This is like a plum color. That's what it looks like on the brush. It's pretty dark. I'm gonna tap some off because now I'm going in with the dark color. And I'm gonna put this in the crease. I'm not gonna bring it up high. Just lightly buffing it in there. And again, I'm not too worried about the outside edge here because I'm gonna clean that up. All right, I've got a little bit in there. I'm gonna go in again. I'm gonna try and edit like the smallest amount possible. So I'm sorry if this is a long video, but I want you guys to actually see how I'm blending these out without blending, cutting out, coming back. I want you guys to actually see me blending them so you can see what I'm seeing. And so far, guys, I'm not mad at it. I was so worried, not gonna lie. I saw so many reviews, and I think a lot of people do it to get views. Drama, negativity, people are drawn to it. And if I'm a new YouTuber and I think like, this is a really hot topic right now, let me make a video. But I'm very, very happy so far, I have to say. I was so scared. All right, so guys, I've got some of that in there. I'm gonna go back in with that big fluffy brush with nothing on it, and I'm just kind of brushing over it. I'm not bringing it up high because I don't want any dark color up high, but I just want to make sure we have a nice blend. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is dip in one more time. Let me deepen it up a smidge. Again, I'm keeping it low. I didn't have any concerns with the brushes. I already have Morphe brushes and I like them, so. Maybe we won't use the blue. Maybe we'll use this dark color Temptress that supposedly has the glitter in it. The glitter doesn't show up that much. By the time you blend it out, it kind of just looks like a matte black with very faint sparkle in it. If I can get this, there we go. But you see, you can't see any sparkle, guys. So that, I think they could have made a little bit better. It seems to have swatched fine, but if you're looking for the actual sparkle to show up, it doesn't really show up that good. All right, I think what I'll do now is go back in, blend that out. Oh my god, guys, I'm sorry for these ugly faces. All right, I think I'm gonna actually go in with the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off to get some of that off. And I'm actually gonna go in with that green Inside Job. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there also. Just to add a little bit different color in there. All right, now I'm going back in again. I'm obviously creating a smoky look here, guys. All right, I'm gonna now go in with Busted. So she has this flat brush here in the collection, the JH41. So I'm gonna go in with that blue color, unless do we want Trickery? Let me swatch them. I've got Busted, which is this pretty blue. And then I've got Trickery, which is that shimmery green. So those are the two colors there, guys. Let me see if I can get it to the two colors. The blue came up a little patchy, but the green looks pretty good. Let's go with the green, actually. I think the green is gonna match our look better. Doesn't look bad. Might not need spray. So minus the fallout, I've got that all over the place. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into that initial big fluffy brush. I'm gonna go into, which was that initial brownish transition shade. I'm just gonna go above this here, just so I can make sure it's a smooth blend. That's pretty much what I created. Let me just get some of this fallout off. Oh, that worked great. Let me get some makeup remover and I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, so I cleaned up the fallout and I went and did the other eye. I'm thinking I might take a little bit of the silver, the power cut, and maybe I'll dab a little bit of that on the center of the lid. Let's see how that comes out. Just lightly dabbing with my finger. The silver isn't as vibrant as you would think it would be by looking at it in the pan, but it's still not a bad shade. It's just not like pow in your face. I'm also not using Fix Plus. All right, guys. So what do we think? I think they blended fine. This is a major, I don't have any other makeup on, so we'll go ahead and do my other makeup and we'll see what we think. But I think it came out fine, guys. Let's zoom out now and let's focus on some of the face makeup. All right, so I typically use a sponge when I do my foundation, but in her collection is this foundation brush, which is basically a remake of the foundation brush Jaclyn really likes from Morphe. I don't know the name of it, but hers is called the JH03 right here. So it feels like it's nice and dense. So I'm gonna go ahead, we'll finish up the eyes obviously, guys, but we need to do the concealer and all that. I've been using my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I think it's a little light for me right now. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna take the foundation. Typically, like I said, I would have used a sponge, but I don't have one. So instead, we are doing this technique, I guess. Do you think it's a little too light? Let me buff it. Ugh, I hate brushes, guys. Like, I can't do it. Like, I hate brushes. Like, I feel like I just smeared my foundation everywhere. Now I have brush strokes. I'm just not into it at all. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go wet my sponge and I'll be back because that's not gonna work for me. Alright guys, so I have my Sonia Kashuk sponge and I'm gonna just pounce this. I'm not putting any extra foundation on, but I'm just using this. Like, I don't know how people use brushes. Like, I feel like I'm smearing it around, I'm getting brush strokes everywhere. The only time I use a brush is for cream foundations. Like when I use my Hourglass one because it's too difficult to blend out, but oh my god, horrible. And it's not that brush in general. I've tried it with other brushes. I can't stand how it looks. Okay, let's go in with our Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm gonna put that under the eyes. Now I'm really gonna clean up that makeup. I'm using the color Fair. It's a brand new one. Oh god, my other one was getting so gross. It's like a nice new creamy one. I'm like, ah. All right, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline translucent powder to set the under area. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have anything in my creases. I'm gonna pack that on my chin. It'll help highlight my forehead. and then I will blend this craziness out. I'm gonna go in with the big fluffy brush, the Jaclyn JH01. Now I'm gonna go in with a darker Maybelline. This is the 220. And I'm gonna set the rest of my face. So, I saw in her video that she recommends this one for the contouring, the JH05. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let me see. I'm gonna use the Tarteist Pro Glow. Their contour shade is Sculpt. Ooh, I do like that. Yes. I like this brush. What a lovely idea. This literally gets right in that little hollow area. I was using a more like tapered brush, but this, I like it. Let's contour our nose a smidge here. I think what I'm gonna use, maybe this little pointed blender brush. This is the JH31. So, let me rough it up a little bit. This one feels a little bit more stiff and it's more pointed. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this color Sculpt on this. Just gonna, I don't really contour. I kinda just like to add a little definition and some warmth right there. That's typically what I do. Now, I feel like I wanna take the brush she recommends for bronzing. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer because it's just so easy to blend. And I'm going to try the brush that she recommends, which is this one. I'm just going to use this to warm up a little bit. That's enough of that before we go too crazy. I am going to take some Coty Airspun powder after I do my blush to clean up that contour. So she recommends, is this the blush brush? This one here. This is the JH04. I'm gonna go in with this Tarte blush called Partey. It's a nice little nudie color, not nude, but like it'll kind of go with everything. So I'm gonna dip into this. I like my blush brush, I think, a little bit more fluffy. This one's a little dense for me. I might be trying to be a clown today. Who knows, guys? Okay, I'm gonna go over with this just to make sure it's blended together. All right, guys. Now, before I do the rest, I want to let this bake, as they would say. So I'm gonna go in with just my sponge. I'm gonna get some Coty Airspun powder. It's just an easy, inexpensive powder. Ooh. I'm just gonna let that sit for a smidge while we do our highlight. Okay. That's good. Now, let's go in with some highlight. I think I'm just gonna go in with that Tarte palette again because there's a really pretty highlight in there that I like. It's this one right here. It's gorgeous. It's called Stunner. So the highlighting brush she recommends in her video that she really likes is the JH09, which is another Morphe brush that she said she liked so much she didn't want to change. So we're gonna give this a whirl. I'm gonna use Stunner, get it on there. And let me highlight. The top one, the lightest one, which is Strobe, just hit that right in the center. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and lashes, guys, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, I have the lashes on. Let's go ahead and dust off the baking. I used new Ardell lashes 3D faux mink and they were in the style 854. So that's what those are there. So I'm just gonna go ahead. This is one of her brushes. This is the contour brush. I meant to try this one. This one feels like I'd like this one better for blush. This one feels a little bit more fluffy and less dense than that other one. All right, guys, let's finish up the eyes and we're pretty much almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some black liner on. I'm gonna take my Smashbox black liner and put that in the lower waterline. Now I'm going to go back into our palette. And what should we do? All right, let's just stick with the green. I'm gonna go with Inside Job, the green. I'm gonna get that on this brush. Top off extra because I did do everything else. I'm just gonna lightly apply some of that. Okay. Now, I have small eyes, guys, so I don't really want to smoke up my lower line too much. I'm actually just going to take a pencil brush and now just smudge out that green a little bit. What I'm going to do now is highlight the brow bone, and there's not really a highlight shade in there, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go back into this eyeshadow, the highlighting palette I used, and I'm going to go in with Stunner. And she has this cute little tiny brush in here called the JH42, and I'm going to use that to do right underneath my brow bone. Ooh, this little brush is cute. It gets in there really good. I'm going to use this to do the inner corner as well with the same color. I really like this small brush. You don't like realize what tools you're missing until you actually get them, and then you're like, wow, who knew this little cute brush would be so handy? Like, I'll probably use this all the time now. With the eyes, let's go ahead and put on some quick lip color. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to take my MAC lip liner in Cork, and I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with that. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with Cookie, which is from ColourPop, one of their lippy sticks. This is just like a nice, neutral, warm, brownish color. To lighten up a little bit, I'm going to go in with ColourPop Addict, just in the center. This is just a really, really nude one. Like, you probably wouldn't want to use this color on its own. And then to make it a smidge more glossy, I'm going to go in with the This Is Everything gloss from that Kylie Jenner, Kris Jenner collab. It's like a peachy gloss. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put on my Skindinavia setting spray. I'm really going to put this on, get it on good. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Let me zoom you in really quick so you can see my eye makeup. So this is what I created. I'm very happy with it. As you can see, ooh, almost dropped that. In my opinion, there's no skipping. I didn't discover any patchiness. I was able to get all of those colors to blend really nicely, guys. So my Dark Magic palette worked fine in my opinion. I'm going to do a tutorial tomorrow with the other one, Bling Boss, since I didn't get to do that one. But overall, my impressions, love the brush collection. I knew I would anyway because I really like Morphe brushes, and those are basically the brushes that I use anyway. Love this case. This will be perfect for traveling. So I love this. I love the packaging, like I mentioned. And yeah, this is a $15 palette, guys. Mine worked fine, so I don't know if there's good ones, bad ones, if people are making fake videos. I have no idea, but I genuinely went into this actually trying, and looking in the mirror right now, I don't see any issues with this eye color. Like I said, I was really scared coming into this. I was so worried I was gonna have like a patchy bad look because of a lot of the videos I've been seeing. But this is a positive video, guys, and if you have this palette, let me know. Let me know if you would maybe recreate a similar look like I did. But yeah, and I think it's important to keep in mind, you're paying $15 for this, guys. This is a drugstore price point. So yes, in her video she said these eyeshadows are so great, blah blah blah, which is good, but for $15, is it really gonna be as good as like MAC eyeshadows, maybe as Anastasia eyeshadows? I don't know, guys, maybe not. But the point I'm getting at is this is a drugstore price point, and for a drugstore price point, these worked great, and these worked just as good as my Anastasia eyeshadows, in my opinion. I did not have any issues, and you can see as I was applying it, you can see right now, I had no issues with this eyeshadow palette. So I think they're great. That's my final opinion. I love them, at least this one. I will try Bling Boss tomorrow, and I'll see if that one's good or bad or not, and then maybe we will know if there is inconsistencies. But my palette worked great. I loved it. I would go ahead and buy them, guys, especially if you don't want all four. Get one or two. This one was 15 bucks. And it works fine on me. So that's it, guys. That's the end of this video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have tried these palettes, what your experiences were. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. That would really mean a lot to me. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Thanks. Bye.